He's wearing the jersey. Yep, he's wearing the Kuzma jersey.
Go!
And the hat. Look at him.
Bro, the snapback.
Wait, wrong way.
What is happening?
Woo! It's the boy, Bubba, let's coming through. Hella clutch, flawless, can't be touched. It's your boy, Bubba, let's. Yeah, I need that hot take. I need the truth and everything that is not fake. So tell me who's the goal.
Welcome back, Bubba Bunch, to another episode of the Bubba Let's Sports Podcast. This is episode 151 with a returning Eddie Gonzalez, host of the Keeping It G podcast, and a newcomer, a casual Laker fan, better known as Rooster. And then we lose Eddie. Cool.
Eddie, come on, dude.
I was just showing the logo because they're keeping it.
Oh, you know what I mean? It was planned. It was planned. He's in cahoots with Discord. But Rooster, welcome to the Bubble Let's Sports podcast for the very first time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, looking.
What? Thank you.
Rooster, happy.
Eddie.
So how's it going, man?
Good. Eddie's just putting me on the spot here, man.
Hey, bro, this is what it's gonna be. This is what I wanted for this episode.
I know he's just staring at me too.
We all are.
Yeah, I can't see your arms. I just see your head and the Lakers jersey. Like, not even your arms, bro. Like, it looks like you're like arms behind your back like this. Like, it's weird. It's nice though.
It's a green screen, bro.
I didn't know you were a Lakers fan, to be honest.
Rooster's electricity is out, so he can't pay for
Yeah.
it. So I'll start a GoFundMe.
But he's on his PC. Okay.
I'm on a backup battery right now.
He has one AA battery.
Yeah.
Just one. Can't afford electricity. Can't afford a Kuzma jersey though. He literally just bought that today.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah, right, my ass.
You like Kuzma though, for real?
My guy balled out yesterday though.
Oh yeah.
He did. He's getting better though with time.
He's very hard on himself, you know? I feel like everything that happened with like Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, like Brandon Ingram and all them, like when they were about to ship him out because of LeBron, that really like took a toll on him to get his confidence up. And I feel like now he's slowly starting to get it back.
I don't even think it's that. I think he's just getting better because he realizes he's playing with one of the best players in the world, Anthony Davis, J.R. Smith. Like, J.R. Smith is already, like, you know, amazing. So playing with him would make anyone nervous, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they Dudley and LeBron, whenever I don't know if you saw the game, but why are you laughing?
Because this fucking dude talked about J.R. Smith like he was
J.R. Smith.
like he's a Hall of Famer.
I know, dude. At the end of the game, he tried to
But
take a
he
charge.
Yo, when do we get Giannis?
What he is, though.
I don't know about Hall of Famer.
Who?
J.R. Smith?
Mm-mm.
Eddie.
Eddie don't.
Eddie, come on.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey.
I'm kidding.
No way.
So,
You
Rooster?
don't think so?
No.
Are you done? What I was gonna say is that at the end of the game, he tried to take a charge, but he moved at the last second. And like you said, with the confidence thing, he took it was his foul. It was 4.8 seconds left, and we got a turnover, and it was at the last 2 points, I think. And after the play, LeBron and Dudley were like giving him words of encouragement, and that's what he said, like they're trying to help him. I'm not sure if it was anyone else, but I saw the video with Dudley and LeBron.
God, like Dudley's like just a team player.
Yeah, he wants all the smoke.
Yeah. He looks funny with that
It looks
roster.
like someone would be playing at the Y, you know? Like one of those
Yes.
guys. It's just always there.
That
It's just
uncle?
running forwards, yeah.
Uncle Dud.
Who got next?
I'm both dead.
Yeah, but he's very efficient. He is on the floor.
Oh yeah.
So they got him, man.
Man, I mean, it's coming together. Look,
Doesn't compare to J.R. Smith.
do you really think he's a Hall of Famer?
No.
No,
Well, then
no.
why you keep bringing it up?
It's funny. J.R. Smith, he's like,
Try and get this pipe. Never forget. Never forget.
never forget.
So, boys, how we doing? It's the first
Rooster, I
time
really
together.
want to see your room, man. Like, I really like just want you to turn on your light.
I need a house tour.
But it'd be weird. You
Mine?
your brother. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it. Or...
Just shine the light on your brother.
Just like come up
Do
to
I
him.
turn it on or not?
I mean, sure.
He's getting cracked, bro. He's cracked. Look at him.
No.
He's like,
He looks.
Oh, for all the people listening to this podcast, I encourage you to go see the YouTube video.
Which one? Which one? I didn't
See,
hear.
that's the thing about Rooster, is that he's very smart about a lot of things, but when I have a conversation with him, he has an IQ of a fucking French fry.
Dude, I was thinking of something else.
Like, bro,
You know,
what
I was-
YouTube video would I be talking about?
Oh, true.
how do you know what the IQ of a French fry is? That's what I want to know.
I mean,
He was there at one point.
I'm no science guy, but I would assume that a French fry has an IQ very low compared to other things. But then there's Rooster.
Higher or lower than J.R. Smith?
Are we talking French fry or Rooster?
Are we talking J.R. Smith before that mistake or after?
That's true. That's true. Because before the mistake, like
Yeah.
he was.
Because Denver J.R. was.
Something
Nah,
else.
even Cavs
Oh.
J.R. before mistake. He was. He was okay. He's good. Okay. And then after the mistake, it was like,
He's a meme.
yeah. Once you become a meme, that's it. It's over.
He turned into a meme in one play.
Go to LeBron.
Well, don't you think
It
that
was
JR
one
has a
play.
lot of memes?
No, it was just that one though that made him like super famous.
You know,
The other one he had was the celebration. The 3-pointer one, not like that. On
that
his
one's
knees.
good. I like that one.
But that wasn't like to make fun of him. That was.
But that's like a good meme though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's not like a
It's not a bad
insult.
thing. Yeah, it's not the most horrible thing to have.
I do think trying to get that pipe is a good meme.
Not a lot of people know about that one though.
Let's bring it
I
back.
haven't seen that one in a minute.
Hey, Rooster, you
Just
trying to get? Never mind.
No. Wait, after.
I wait.
What did I miss? What is it? McDonald's.
Yeah, I was hungry.
What'd you get? Don't tell me. Big Mac and
No,
chicken
I'm gonna
nuggets?
guess a Big Mac and 2 chicken nuggets.
Two
Or
chicken
more than
nuggets?
two. More than
Or
two.
2 10-piece.
2 10s?
No,
So why do
one 10.
why
Oh,
say
one.
why say 20? Why say 2 10s?
Hey, they don't sell.
Oh,
Oh, they do sell like that actually.
They do.
No, it was a
Yeah,
6-piece.
6-piece, huh? Mighty Kids.
Yeah. No,
You cut it
just,
down.
just
You
simple.
could have had the Mighty Kids. Mighty Kids meal.
Want to get a toy?
Yeah. Get the big
I
boy
don't know,
toy.
dude. They're not the same.
Give it to Liam.
No, even then he doesn't like them. We'll do that.
He
We'll buy
doesn't like
McDonald's
'em?
when the kids are over, and like they're like just the most basic toys ever. Remember when we were kids?
No,
Fucking-
I don't.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
but
I
like,
remember when you were
like,
a kid.
like the soccer one, like it was like a little Game Boy, and then you could play soccer on it.
I do not recall.
Y'all don't remember that?
Nope.
It was like during the World Cup, so like they made everything soccer. Wow, you uncultured
Neither
fucking
confirm nor
swines.
deny. All right, bro. All right.
All right.
So, all right, Bubble Lutz of the Bubble Lutz Sports Podcast. Who do you have winning the trophy this year for the NBA? And why? I swear to God, if you say something other than the Lakers, I'm gonna like kiss your ass.
The Lakers
Kick your
should
ass.
win. Lakers should
Okay.
win.
I like that.
Now
Good
I've
start.
expressed my concerns to you guys that you were not a fan of. Because I felt like
Stupid concerns.
they're not stupid concerns. They're
Stupid.
They're very like based on history, it makes a lot of sense.
Stupid.
They're not
Is it
stupid.
the same concerns?
Same
Well,
ones. It hasn't changed.
I'm just saying, like, look, like the first few games, Anthony Davis popped off, and I feel like that was a big reason why they won those games. Now, in the long term, like I'm not a huge believer, and you can say this for like a lot of other teams. For instance, Houston Rockets. Even if James Harden dropped 60, It doesn't matter because this game is not based on ISO ball, and look where it's got him. Like, it's only given him one opportunity really to beat the Warriors or beat the best team in his conference, and even
And they
then,
would have had Chris Paul been healthy, but that's a
right?
different story.
That's a different story. But for the most part, you know, when Chris Paul's healthy or when Chris Paul's not there, you know, they still had Clint Capella. They have Russell Westbrook right now, and
0 for 27.
and look, like they don't look like a really great playoff team. Like, they're one of the lower seeds. Like, it just doesn't make sense for a team like that. I feel the same way about the Portland Trailblazers. Like, Dame's popping off, but we don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. Like, it's still not solidified that they're going to make the playoffs. So my concern with the Lakers is like the supporting cast is what's most important. It's the same thing what happened with LeBron in Cleveland, happened in Miami, and it's happening the last few years in LA. It's like his supporting cast, it's what's most important. So it's not a matter of what LeBron does or Anthony Davis does. I'm focused more on what Danny Green does and he hits those shots. If Alex Caruso's healthy and he can get some really good points off the bench, Kyle Kuzma, or like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee.
Rondo.
Once he comes back, like, that's going to be huge minutes for the Lakers. And so right now when I'm looking at this team and I'm not seeing like Danny Green play at the best of his ability like he did in Toronto last year and those so many years in San Antonio, like, I'm still waiting for that. Like, I'm waiting for that Lakers team to really come together. Like, I just haven't seen it yet.
Rooster, how many games have they lost? 16,
16?
right?
15, 16? 16, yeah, 16.
And they're first, right, in the West?
I'm not
And a clinched seed?
I'm not saying.
Hold on. If you look at the, not even the numbers, before this, the team they were gelling, they were grooving, they were all just meshed together really nicely. Now, if you look at any of these teams during this whole bubble quarantine, like, resume of the NBA season, none of them look like their best. But now that the Lakers have, like, they got that number 1 seed on lockdown, like, it's theirs. Like, Danny Green doesn't really have to show out right now. That no one really.
Yeah,
has
it doesn't
to,
really.
like, they don't really have to not try, because they're always gonna try, but they can kind of take a step back, and it's not like they have to, you know, play their hardest for the fans, because guess what? There's no fans there. I mean, we're watching on TV, but that's a little different. So I think come playoff time, we're gonna see the same Lakers team that we saw before quarantine hit, before, like, all of this, because before this happened, like, they were. Yeah, they might have lost to the Clippers, but, like, or other teams, but I mean, it's NBA. You play, like, each team like 4 times, so it doesn't matter, you know.
No, I'm not saying that they will never get to that point. I'm saying, like, anything that happened before the bubble doesn't matter because, like, it was so long ago that you have to take some time to get into that groove. So I'm waiting for them to hit that groove. I know they can do it. I'm just saying they're not in that groove right now.
Do you think it's because they already clinched? Or
no,
do you think it's just...
I think it's just a long period of time, like, that they've been on the court. And
But you too early. You just don't want to peak too early, man.
I get that, but it's kind of dangerous to play that game when you have a hungry 8th seed that are going to be Phoenix, that are going to be Portland, that may just outplay you the first 2 games, and now you're down a game or 2. Like, yeah, that's a dangerous game.
Look, LeBron doesn't have to try hard every single game. He doesn't have to go out there and put the team on his damn back, which is great.
He should.
Anthony Davis is going out there and balling. That's on him. But for the first time in LeBron's, well, since, I guess, Miami, really, he's had someone else to take some of the load off, to take some of the stress, to take some of, you know, the minutes or whatever. And LeBron's still playing the same amount of minutes, maybe just a little less. But he's not having to, like, ball out like he always had to in, like, Cleveland or even before Anthony Davis got there. So come playoff time, come finals, whatever, if they're down, if they just take LeBron's final year in Cleveland when they went down to the Celtics. Game 7 in Boston. Everyone's like, oh, no, they're out. LeBron just put the team on his back like he always does, like, night and day, every single time. He always puts the team on his back, and they won that, what's it called, Eastern Conference Finals, went on to lose to the Warriors, got swept, whatever. But when he's needed like that, he can carry the whole team. He can do it. He can carry a whole team and beat a whole team. He can do it.
He doesn't need to be playing like the Suns, bro. Like, I know, like, the Suns had the same break as the Lakers did, and they're popping off. It's just not necessarily that they're on the cold streak. It's just some teams have to go off and some teams don't, and the Lakers are just chilling right now.
They don't have to go off yet. They have to go off, you know, once playoff comes. Not even in the first round or the second round. Finals. That's when they have to pop off. Western Conference Finals, they have to pop off.
I disagree.
Who do you think is going to beat them?
I think the only team that can truly beat them in in a best-of-7 series is the Toronto Raptors. Because I feel like they're so well coached that they can make anything work. They're playing better percentage-wise without Kawhi. That was the case last year, and this year they're a far better team collectively than they were last year, which they won't have to see them into the playoffs or into the finals. As far as the Western Conference, I think
that's what I'm saying. The first and second round, they don't have to.
But you can't just cruise by that. They're dangerous teams.
That you brought up is on the other conference, and you're saying it's going to be for the finals. You can't think of anyone in the Western Conference Finals that's truly going to give them. Oh man,
and my concerns are not now. About right now. My concern is like in the long term, if Danny Green's not, hitting anything for the next couple of weeks, that's going to be a concern going into the finals.
Yeah, but that's not what I said. I said they're going to breeze between the first 2 rounds and even the Western Conference Finals.
Well, then I disagree with that too.
I think partly that Danny Green's not. I don't think Danny Green's hitting his shots too is because LeBron's just not going off. He's not giving him the opportunities that he would give him in the playoffs. Because
he creates space every time he takes.
Yeah, he's creating space right now.
No, it's not. It's not like
if you watch those games. Danny Green has open threes.
He does have open shots, but LeBron's not doing the same like he would in the playoffs of creating space.
It's not as as threatening as I guess as it would be. As a defender, you're kind of more.
I mean, he did hit his shots last game.
Yeah, he did.
That's true.
He's starting to pick it up. I will say that. But then, how's Alex? Alex got hurt last game, no?
Yeah, he's been having neck problems.
That's weird.
I don't know who ran into him or something. I think it was Zubac, and they hit his neck back, and then he had to go to the locker room. I forgot who it was, though.
Damn Zubac. It's a modern-day Zaza Pachulia, if you ask me.
Zubac?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was going to say, he's like a teddy bear compared to Pachulia, dude.
But I don't know. I think Lakers will beat the Raptors. I think it'll go to Game 6.
That'll be a good series. Because that one game, I mean, that was impressive for Toronto to beat LA like that.
I agree.
Was that their first matchup? I don't remember.
Of the season?
Yeah.
No, I think
I watched every single game. I just don't remember.
I think they played them once before, like in the regular season.
Let's find out. We're talking about Lakers versus
Raptors.
Toronto.
Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the only team in the Western Conference that can really give them issues is.
I think it's the Blazers.
No.
Matchup. Dude, Damian Lillard kicks the Lakers' ass every time.
Yeah, but
they
it can't
played
just be
November
him.
10th on 2019. The Raptors won 113-104. Yeah, let's see. Siakam went off for 24 points.
That's
Fred VanVleet had 23 points. LeBron only had 13 points.
Can we
Anthony Davis yeah, you see, like if LeBron has 13 points, you're not. That's not
he did
the same
have 15 assists and 13 rebounds.
Oh,
that's LeBron. Like he's gonna switch it up. Like the last game, he had 0 rebounds. He ended with either 1 or 0. That was like the first time that he's had it in a very long time.
Yeah.
Danny Green went 0 for 5.
See,
field goals.
It can
yeah.
happen.
See, like that's not gonna happen. That's
it can happen.
In a series, 7 games in a row.
Not There's 7 games in a row, but like that can easily take it to a Game 7, and it's just a toss-up at that point.
Nah, it won't happen.
Yeah, there's no way LeBron's scoring that low.
They didn't even
maybe
have
one
Rondo here.
Oh yeah,
not that he's gonna make like a huge difference, but it's still a different type of threat that whatever team they face has to deal with. Kyle Kuzma was average. Yeah, he had 15 points that game, but he's a lot better now. I think everyone's
That's
better.
not bad for coming off the bench
now.
either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he had 24 last game too. So.
And the game
Dwight Howard only had 9 here. Yeah, Caruso only played 17 minutes, so he's playing more now.
I like him. I like these bench guys that are coming together, like Gary Trent Jr. from Portland. He's balling out. I love Fred VanVleet though.
Lakers in 4.
Lakers in 4. Stop the cap.
In 4.
Stop the cap.
Oh.
Nah, you guys.
I don't even think Raptors are gonna make it all the way through, so I'm not worried about them.
Yo, have you seen Milwaukee though?
That's why.
Yeah. They're struggling, dude.
I think it's gonna be Milwaukee and Celtics.
I honestly think it's the Celtics that make it all the way.
I'd love to see the Celtics do it.
I think it's the Celtics.
Let's
bro.
get that Celtics Lakers rivalry going again, just with the new generation.
That would be nice.
I honestly think it's gonna be the Celtics. They're just so young. They're like they're hungry for it, man.
They have
Jason Tatum
such a
his
good
hair,
team.
You know,
They're so fun to watch.
they would coach too. Really good coach.
Really, I love the amount of like good coaches in the NBA. Like all these well-coached teams with Brad Stevens with the Celtics, Mike Budenholzer with the Milwaukee Bucks, Nick Nurse, of course, and
Frank
then
Vogel.
He better
Frank-
win the
dude,
reward.
nobody gives Vogel enough credit. Like he is such a great coach. He did so many great things in Indiana, but what he's done with this Lakers team and turn them around immediately. It's not just LeBron. It's him. Like he has a lot of credit to do with like the bench players and their defense. They're gonna win because of their defense.
He could have made the finals if it
Because
wasn't
of
for
championships.
LeBron.
That's true. Yeah,
He could only do so much against LeBron.
and it happens, man.
It's LeBron, man. It's LeBron. But it's not like that in the NFL, which kind of sucks. I would like to see like the talent on some of these teams. If there was better coaches, oh man, that was oof.
I felt
That'd
that.
be nuts.
I
That'd
felt
be
that.
nuts. You know what I mean? Like,
And low-key feel coaching is more important in football.
it definitely is.
Just morale. It's just
Definitely is.
when you want to go to war with someone like a Bill Belichick or Bruce Arians, like Chuck Pagano those years in Indianapolis, like when he was battling cancer, like those players wanted to fight for him,
Yep.
and they proved it on the field. So, like NFL coaches, they come and go with these bad teams, but it's very important to have that stable kind of like leader to kind of lead the way, to have that group.
Kind of like McGarrett. Jason
Jason
Garrett.
Garrett.
Oh, fuck that guy.
What a coach.
What a coach, right?
What a coach, man.
I saw a tweet. It was like all these like Cowboys analysts, and they requoted a tweet that was like, Daniel Jones said, Jason Garrett's bringing a lot of like variety into our offense. And then like the analysts were like, oh, really?
Variety.
We'll see in a year.
For Daniel Jones that he didn't have for Dak Prescott? Thoughts?
They said they were going to call it Dak-friendly offense. I didn't see no Dak-friendly anything.
Nothing, dude.
That shit was still Tony Romo's offense, bro.
That was so obvious.
Wasn't even the good parts of Tony Romo's offense, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's what hurt him in the end. How we feeling about sports coming back though? Because Saturday was like a good, like, honestly, when I was watching,
Well, not college football.
not college football, no.
Yeah, that's real.
That's so weird that we're gonna have some conferences say, yeah, we're gonna play, and then the other like Power 5 say no. So how is that gonna work? Like, are we just gonna like put an asterisk next to the national champion, or are we gonna even play a national championship?
I mean, the national championship is only really made up of one conference, if you think about it. Like, the same teams that are always there, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to play. Like, they're going to find a way. The teams that, like, make it sometimes, like, they're not going to play. But, those big schools, Alabama, Clemson, they'll find a way. If it's not in the fall, it'll be in the spring, which, I don't know.
But then they're talking about doing spring and then the fall, like immediately after.
I mean, yeah, you might not have the same players. And I think if a player is really down to play, like, really wants to play, they'll be fine with that. And any player that's against that, then they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Because if I was a player, like, okay, yeah, I'll play in the spring and the fall. I don't give a fuck.
I did like what Trevor Lawrence said.
Yeah.
Like, that was a really solid statement. He was just like, look, we're more in danger of getting COVID or being around it if we're at home rather than being in a bubble type of situation.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why they don't do that. Like,
it's working.
Yeah, dude.
Amazing, dude.
Like, think about like the NBA, like how perfect they've done it.
What they should do is just move all the colleges, the college footballs, like the ones people actually watch. Just once the basketball clears out, put them in there. Obviously sanitize it, stuff like that. Do the same thing as the NBA, and that's what we should just do with every sport. Just put them in a bubble. Just bubble, bubble, bubble. Even the NFL. Like, I don't know why they're still thinking of traveling and still Baseball, I mean, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just kind of just went at it again. Like they didn't even,
Yeah, they just winged it, dude.
they just
From what I've
yeah,
seen, because they already got like people
they could play.
infected.
Yeah, but I think just the bubble like that just works the best. And it's not bad like watching the NBA like that. Like it's different, yeah, but they're with the whole virtual fan thing and like the noise that they put in and all that stuff, the music, like it looks nice. You can hear the
Yeah.
players better too. It's like Champions League when you watched the Let's.
Yeah.
You can hear them better. Like you can hear them talk to each other. I don't know, just cooler.
You could even hear the refs, so you could actually see
Yeah,
who says it and what they say.
I do
and
like
if
that a
you're
lot.
if you're a true fan of the sport, like of the actual sport, oh dude, it's almost nicer than with the fans.
For sure. But what they've done is like, especially in the NBA, like the virtual fan, they're having fun with that too because they'll like throw in someone that like Shaq
famous.
or Paul
Or
Pierce.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, they'll fucking just randomly throw Lil Wayne with a bunch of like the kids that were there too, like from LeBron's school that he built. Like they were all around Lil Wayne. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right place to put him, but okay.
That is.
Just like what an influence, huh?
He's a big influence.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. I mean, it's nice that sports are coming back, but I think as long as they do it the right way, like the NBA, I think the NBA did it best. Like if they
I don't
really,
think you could do any better.
yeah, unless you put them on another fucking planet. But I mean, it's
On an island.
well, UFC, they
Abu
did the
Dhabi.
same
Yeah,
thing.
true.
Abu Dhabi, Fight Island.
Which yeah, I mean, big fight this weekend.
Ooh,
Dude,
third one, right? Third time's the charm.
Stipe in DC's retirement party.
Who you got?
I would love to see DC take it to retire on top and to be called the greatest heavyweight of all time because I really truly believe he is the greatest heavyweight of all time. But
You wouldn't want to see him fight John Jones?
no, not for a third time.
Really?
I'm so done with John Jones. I mean, like, I don't even think he deserves to be a champion. I don't think he deserves to be in the UFC at all. I don't care if you are the greatest thing to happen to MMA because he really, truly is one of the most freak athletes that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And watching him fight is an experience every single time. But time and time again, they give him chance after chance, and he always seems to screw up. And then you take in consideration that right now he's trying to bargain and he's complaining that he's not making enough money and that they're like trying to make fights for him and he just doesn't want to do them. It's like, dude, you should be lucky to be even employed right now because of what you've done in the past. You like the DC fight, like both of those fights are no contest. Like they should not go his way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, boog sugar, like, and
Snoring.
those pills he
Pills.
took, those pills, and he screwed DC out of championships. He screwed a lot of people out of championships.
Yeah.
So
On the
why
way.
why should you be given another platform to make more money when you have not only ruined your reputation very badly, to say the least, but to also ruin the UFC's reputation? And to only have a job because you're John Jones and you are the greatest thing to happen to UFC, other than George St. Pierre.
So you're picking DC?
So I'm picking DC. I'm sorry, I went on a rant.
Oh, I brought it up kind of low key.
But Sean O'Malley's on that card too. I want to see him.
Guy.
I want to see him fight, man. He's got to start fighting like really good ranked fighters. And everyone's talking shit about him.
Yep.
Cody's just a talker, man.
Yeah, I want him to fight him. They've been talking shit on Twitter. I saw it.
I think that's the next fight. If he doesn't win the title at flyweight,
They'll win
then
it though.
I think he has to, man. That division is in desperate need of a Henry Cejudo or like a really big name. But with Cody, he can knock that guy out immediately.
Yeah.
Thanks,
My
Rooster,
bad,
for
man.
hanging out. All right.
All right, predictions for
He's
how the
going
Cowboys
on.
are gonna be good this year. How they're gonna go. What was I gonna ask? How they're gonna
What?
How good are they gonna do? How good are they gonna do?
What?
How well do you think the Cowboys are gonna do? That's what I was gonna ask.
Uh, 12-4.
12-4 is a reach for me.
Let's see what their schedule is. I'm curious.
If you
I
haven't
thought-
seen the episode where Kevin and I talk about the Cowboys schedule, please go check that out now on our YouTube channel and on all platforms for your podcast.
Or just keep listening for the next 5 minutes because we're gonna talk about
I
it.
must admit that's on the optimistic side, but
Typical
You got the Rams,
yeah.
Falcons, Seahawks, Browns, Giants, Cardinals, Redskins, Eagles, Steelers, Vikings, Redskins, Ravens, Bengals, 49ers,
You know what's my
Eagles.
favorite game on that schedule?
What?
The Cardinals game.
Cardinals.
I can't wait for that game.
Cliff Kingsbury? What could have been?
Daddy Cliff. I think when I did the prediction,
They're
because
favored to win versus the Rams?
hell yeah,
I believe that. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
Sunday night.
that is a Sunday night. How about that, bro? Less than a month from now, it's gonna be Chiefs and Ravens. No, is it Chiefs and Texans?
Let me see.
I know the Texans are there. I think it's the Chiefs. They're playing on Thursday night, which for
Texans
a
and Chiefs.
Thursday night game.
September
Bonkers.
10th.
Finally, a good Thursday night game.
I think the Patriots go 16-0.
Oh my God, here we go.
Nah.
Gee, Eddie, are you a Patriots fan?
Versus the Dolphins, dub. Versus the Seahawks, dub. Raiders, dub. Chiefs, dub.
Come on. The
Dub.
cap on this out.
49ers, dub. Bills, dub. Jets, W,
W.
dub. Texans, dub. Cardinals,
Stop.
dub.
Stop.
Chargers, dub. Rams, dub. Dolphins, dub. Bills, dub. Jets, dub. Easy.
Yeah, I have
You
the
know
same
what-
face. Well, says.
You know what Kevin told me today?
What did he tell you?
He's like, it's either going to be the Patriots or the Bills that win the division. I'm like, slow the fuck down.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Nah. If
I
anyone's
give the
gonna
Dolphins.
if anyone's gonna
Don't say
give
Dolphins.
the
Don't say the
Patriots
Dolphins, or I'm leaving.
the
Don't say the Dolphins, or I'm
Patriots
leaving.
a
Don't say the
chance
Dolphins, or I'm
to
leaving. Don't
win
say
that
the Dolphins, or I'm
division,
leaving.
it's
I'm
the
leaving. You say the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Oh my God, he actually left. Rooster, what are you doing with this camera,
Dude,
bro?
it's still loading.
This podcast is going to shit.
I wasn't
Dolphins.
kidding when I said I was gonna leave.
I don't care. It's my podcast. And then he's gone again.
Have you seen Cam Newton in a Patriots jersey?
I have. Doesn't change anything about my
I changed my
opinion.
mind about what I said.
Wait, you think he's gonna throw
Last
over 5,000
podcast.
yards now?
Nah, I just think it's gonna be different.
Oh, don't tell me.
Have you seen that
Don't.
clip where he's
Dude,
like,
Which clip? There's 100 of them working out and saying,
No,
"The
not
grind
that
don't
one,
stop."
no, not that one, not that one.
Oh, the other one.
He's like, you know, Coach McDaniels, you got yourself a dog now. You can run some different plays. He's like, got yourself a dog. I'm like, oh,
I don't care. It's Cam
all right,
Newton.
bro. All right, bro. You're stuck with Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott's gonna be a better quarterback. Cam Newton. Don't
Gonna
at me.
be, so not yet.
This upcoming season,
Clip
is
it.
that
Clip it.
because right now Dak's a far superior quarterback. Like it's not even close.
Why didn't they pay him then?
Because the Cowboys are stupid. Jerry Jones is stupid. They pay everyone else but Dak.
Because they don't need him.
This is just the troll podcast now.
They don't need him.
Who's their quarterback then? Andy Dalton? Ben DiNucci?
Yeah.
I hope the
I give
Patriots
it
go
after
win
this
16.
year. After this year, if he doesn't perform with the new coach,
Which
with
he will.
Mike McCarthy.
Which we will.
If he
Which
doesn't,
he will.
though, if he doesn't,
No, he will. Better than Cam. Better than
Not
Cam.
with Belichick,
Not even
with
close.
Belichick.
Not even close.
I don't know, man. If he doesn't perform with Mike McCarthy,
He performed with Jason Garrett.
did he though? How many playoff wins did they have?
I'm sorry, but is Dak all 53 guys on the roster?
But how many interceptions did he have? How many if
We're talking about interceptions?
interceptions? How many playoff wins? How many wins? How many fourth quarter comebacks? Like
The reason they
No,
went 8-8 is because
reason.
of a terrible coach and a terrible defense. And the only
That's
reason
what
they
I'm
won
saying.
games is because of Dak Prescott.
So after this season, when he has a good coach and he has a good defense and he has a good running back, there's no excuses for
There is no
Cowboy
excuses.
fans like you. If he doesn't do well, then you let him go, and it further proves everyone's point that I already see that he ain't it.
So you think he's not it?
I
Wow.
think he's an average quarterback.
Wow.
Average.
All right, I'm back.
I'm
What's up, Rooster?
really I'm heated
And
now.
we'll see it this season.
He was top 5 in every QB category last year. And he
Yeah.
really had a good, strong campaign to be MVP.
But you know how MVP
He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league last year.
Who?
numbers wise, right? Is what you're going off of? You know me,
Yes.
I'm not a numbers guy. I'm an eye test kind of guy. If I like what I see, I like what I see.
So
Because Jared Goff had better numbers. Would you rather take Jared Goff? No.
when did Jared Goff have better numbers?
2 seasons ago? He
No.
was popping off.
No.
Yeah.
Even in their rookie seasons, you do a comparison with Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff was better.
Dak Prescott had better stats. You are trolling me right now. You can look them up right now. Dak Prescott has better stats than Jared Goff and Carson Wentz.
Okay. Oh, I didn't bring Carson Wentz up. I think Carson Wentz he gets too hurt too much. I don't like him either.
There's more of an argument for Carson Wentz than there is Dak Prescott, or for Jared Goff.
I'm not saying Jared Goff's better. I'm just saying if you want to talk numbers, if that's all you care about, then there's far better quarterbacks that have better numbers in certain categories. If that's all you care about,
That's not
That's
all I
literally all you
care
care.
about. But when you say he's an average
that's your only
quarterback,
argument. That's your only argument.
my only argument,
Can't say anything else.
he's a far better leader than what Tony Romo was, and everyone in that
You don't
locker
know
room
that.
loves him.
You're a player. You know that.
Every Cowboys player can go on a news outlet, goes on social media, and talks about how good of a leader he is.
Any team does that about their quarterback.
Not every team.
Most teams.
Are
do.
you seeing that? Are you seeing that about Sam Darnold? Are you seeing that about?
Yeah. Jamal Adams loved him. Le'Veon Bell loves him. I've seen it.
Oh, dude.
Any team does that, bro.
Oh no, dude.
That means nothing. It means nothing.
It means nothing. That's the guy that's leading your team.
It means nothing when every team is doing it that way. That means it's okay. Of course,
It's
they're gonna
not
support
every
the
team
guy.
does it, man. You can't
Name
tell
one team
me.
that doesn't.
The
Everyone's
one team I've seen that haven't done it was the Steelers.
with Big Ben.
Yeah.
Well,
But that was
I
Antonio
wouldn't use
Brown.
I wouldn't
he
use the
hated-
Steelers as an
he
argument.
hated Big
No,
Ben.
but that's the only one.
Everyone else praised him. You know, Juju Smith loves Big Ben. Is always talking about how great he is. Always defending him. It's just what you do for your guys, whether you like them or not. So
Yeah, I
that
don't
really,
think-
the way they are on social media, the way they are to the press doesn't matter. You're not gonna go out there and talk shit about your team unless you're Baker Mayfield. You know, like that. That's the only person that's ever talked shit about his teammates and still plays with them. You know, Antonio Brown, of course, he's gone out there and talked shit about Big Ben, Mike Tomlin, everyone. But is
That's
he
the only
playing?
one,
No,
really.
he's not playing. You just don't do that to your teammates. So just because they talk highly of you doesn't mean you're a great leader. What you do on the field and what you do off the field, we don't know what they do off the field. But on the field, like, does your team trust you with the ball in the end? Does your coach trust you with the ball in the end? That's what I'm saying. With Mike McCarthy here, with Mike McCarthy in, and as talented of quarterback he had in Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to have that in Dak Prescott, obviously, and I think he knows that. And I think he's part of the reason why they didn't sign him to, this big, fantastic deal that, everyone and their mother wants for Dak Prescott, because I think he sees what everyone else sees, that he's an average quarterback. The numbers, yeah, he's like Matthew Stafford has amazing numbers, and yet it's fucking Matthew Stafford. Like, it's just most of his numbers come from when they're down 35-14. Like, he's just pumping his numbers up. Because you know why? Because you can't run the ball anymore when you're down by 4 touchdowns. You can only throw the ball, so that helps your stats. Like that, it's the same thing. So for that reason, for that argument, numbers don't mean a thing at all. You can sit here and tell me, oh, but he's the best in this, he's the best in this, he's the best in this, he's the best in this. It doesn't matter. because Matthew Stafford is amazing too in certain categories too. But like, it's Matthew Stafford. You just know. And what I'm saying is, when Matthew Stafford first came into the league, everyone was like, "Oh shit, it's Matthew Stafford. He's so great. Blah blah. Pay him, pay him, pay him." And guess what happened after they pay him? He became the Matthew Stafford we love and know today. The Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions. This is what happens to guys when you pay them a shit ton of money. So that's what I'm saying. What they did with Dak Prescott this year is perfect. Give him a year. Let's see. No excuses this time. If he doesn't ball out, like, every other Cowboys fan says he's gonna, then you don't pay him. You just find someone else. You draft a quarterback, or you just say, hey, you know what, Dak, you're not our guy. Sorry, you're too overhyped. That's all it is. It's just hypeness. I'm not saying like if he does well this season, okay, great. But I just don't see it yet. I haven't seen it. I don't care about, any of the fourth quarter comebacks because he has the most or whatever. It shouldn't be in that position in the first place. Like, it's just there's a lot of like different things that stack up to all those numbers that he has. And if you just look at the numbers, yeah, on paper, oh, fantastic. But then how come there's not other stuff to follow it?
What's the thing that he has to do for you to admit that he's the it factor? The
No,
Cowboys.
just ball out this season, man. I don't care about the numbers. Just if I with Mike McCarthy calling the right plays, I hope, obviously, putting him in the best position to win. If he just goes out there and just balls out, that's it. I don't care what kind of numbers he throws. If he throws, 8, I don't care about the numbers. I really don't. But there's just no excuses. You can't be like, oh, if I'll put it this way. When it comes down to it and the coaching's fantastic and he can't make the throws, or he doesn't make the right decision, or he closes his eyes like Jimmy Garoppolo in the Super Bowl, that's how I know that he's not it. He doesn't have it. What he does in the clutch moments, what he does when the lights are the brightest, what he does when there's 15 seconds left and it's just him, the coach isn't telling him anything anymore. What he does then, that's when I'll tell you if he's a good quarterback or not. Because that's what separates the average quarterback, which what he is right now, versus the greats, versus the ones that will do everything they can until the very last second.
So you're talking like audibles, reading defenses and stuff like that?
Not even that, man. Just don't just
when you have the pressure on.
When you have the pressure on, don't choke. That's it. And a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, most of them have choked in their career, and that's fine. But when you have all this hype around you, when you have all this, like, oh, he pay him this, he's so great. Okay, I'd like to see it. I still haven't seen how great you're telling me he is. I'm not saying he's a horrible quarterback. I would take him over several quarterbacks in the league. But you're telling me he's here when I'm seeing here. And I'm hoping that this year he gets to where you guys are saying he's so great, or even exceeds it. Because Dallas does deserve a good quarterback, especially with all the quarterbacks they've had in the past. But to base it off of numbers and to all these percentages and the only reason they didn't
No. I'm not basing it on just all numbers. I watched this guy play for 4 years, and in his rookie season, goes against Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game.
Yeah, but everyone does it in their rookie season because they don't have any film.
Dude, don't say that. Don't just say, they just do it in the rookie season.
Yeah, they do.
Not every quarterback's gonna go against Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
And I hate it's not him versus just Aaron out there on the field, just the both of them playing.
No, yeah, I get that, but to do that in your rookie season and to have all that pressure to go against Green Bay Packers and to keep them in that game.
Horrible in 2016.
So was the Cowboys, and it was a one-possession game.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Dak Prescott facing Aaron Rodgers. Using that excuse, that makes no sense because it's like Dak Prescott isn't going out there and facing Aaron Rodgers face to face.
That's not what I'm saying, dude. You're taking everything I say literally. I'm just saying Aaron Rodgers versus Dak Prescott, Packers versus Cowboys. I'm not saying that he was better than Aaron Rodgers. I'm saying
the Packers defense wasn't good. They were ranked 22nd, not even.
Yeah, they're still a Super Bowl team.
5 years before that.
No. They made the NFC Championship last year, my dude. Don't tell me that.
But his rookie year, they weren't as good as they are now.
They're still the Packers. They're still a really good football team.
Names, though. You're just basing it off of names.
Dude,
what was there on the field? The talent that was there on the field, it wasn't there. You can't just base it off the name because then it'd be oh man, it's the Bills, man, historic, right? The Bears, historic, right? You can't just base it off the name.
I'm not basing off the name.
I know you love Dak, and I know you hate that. I'm just bashing on.
No, just your argument's trash.
All right, bro.
If you're saying the eye test, I've seen him play 4 years, and last year his improvement
have
in
I.
deep ball, in accuracy, and everything as far as his game goes, even in the IQ, has improved tremendously, and he's above average
I'm not
at
saying he hasn't
least.
improved, but he's not. No, I don't think he is.
Okay. Rooster, what's going on with the camera?
Hey, it's not gonna work, dude.
You've contributed a lot to this podcast.
Dude, my computer just like got itself.
Yeah. Good timing, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for Eddie and Rooster, or Rooster's profile picture, for joining us on this episode of the Bubble Let Sports Podcast. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to follow the podcast and share it. Yeah. Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Of course.
And we'll see you next time on the Bubble Let Sports Podcast.
Yeah, hold on. Tell me who's your top 5 quarterbacks right now, dead or alive, huh? And how much do you care about a ring if the best player got carried by the team? Now, would you lose if it been a better draft pick? And do you cuss when your team get their ass kicked? Now, do you keep it classy or you keep